everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we have an amazing problem for you guys, right? It's called merge strings alternately, right? So this is a very nice problem. So let's see what it's all about, right? So we are given two strings, word one and word two. Merge the string by adding letters in alternating order, right? Starting from word one, right? If a string is longer than the other, right, append the additional letters onto the end of the merged string. And then we return the merge string, right? So pretty easy, simple problem statement there. They just gave us just now, right? So two words, and we need to merge the words, right? The two strings, right? But in a alternating order, right? So and if a string is longer, right, we just so let's go through the example. I think it'll help solidify the concept even further, right? What the ask is about. So the two words are given to us, right? A, B, C, and P, Q, R, right? So now you see when we merge these two string, right, in alternating order, right, we get this string, right? So how do you get there, right? So the strings are so A, B, C, right? It's the first string. And P, Q, R is the second string, right? So now you see if we add characters one at a time, right? And we add them in alternating order, right? This is the output we get. So we add A, then we add P, the first character for P, right? Now, so we add the first character for A, the first character for P, right? We add that's how we get the AP, right? And then we add the second character for word one, and then we add the second character for word two, right? And that's how we get the second part, right? And then we add the third character for word one and the third character for word two, and that's how we get the merge string, right? So we add them in alternating order, right? Instead of adding ABC and then just append PQR to it, right? You know, would have been way too much of an easy problem, right? Problem's still easy, right? But you know, it's good. So this is what do you mean by alternating, right? So we add one character from this, then we choose another character from the second string, then we do the same thing over and over until we run out of characters, right? So example two is another fine example, right? So we see where this character, so this string is less than this string, right? In terms of length, right? So how do you get there, right? So we add the first character A, and we add the first character in word, we had the first character in word one, right? And the first character in word two. That's how we get AP, right? Okay. So now we add the second character, right? Word one and the second character for word two, right? So that's how we get this word. And now we run out of characters in word one, right? So we just append the remaining characters from word two, right? And that's how we keep doing it, right? There's no alternating. You just add them straight through because, you know, there's no characters in word one. And this one's kind of the same example, right? You know, just reversed a little bit, right? So that's how we add A, when we add P, we get this one. Then we add B, Q, right? So we guys get it, right? So how do we go ahead and solve this problem, right? You know, you could come up with some certain approach, right? But we're just gonna go with the most obvious approach, right? So trying to do it in a similar way that we're doing it. We see how we were choosing, guys. We were choosing A. We're choosing one character from word one and then one character from word two, right? And then we choose another character from this and go from that, right? So how do we go ahead and do it? Okay, in terms of code. We've done a lot of other problems similar to this, guys, where we have to do this kind of manipulation when it comes to choosing things from different strings, different arrays, things like that, right? We're kind of comfortable with that. So what the proposal, right? What I'm saying, what we could do is to have a couple pointers, right? You know, it seems like for this example, we only need like two pointers, right? So one pointer that will be looping through word one, and one pointer that will be looping through word two, right? And then that way we can add the different characters into our output string, right? And our results, right? So we have one pointer that loops through. So once we loop through the whole string, there's more characters, we stop, right? Another pointer looping through this, right? Once we run out of character, we stop. And then, so we would be in some kind of while loop, right? That'll be adding characters, right? And then once we add all the characters we need, right? There's no more characters to be processed. We just exit out the while loop and then we're done, right? So the pointer will be helpful as well, guys, right? So once we run out of characters here, right? There's no more words, then we just go ahead and append the remaining characters from the second string, right? Because the second string the pointer won't be done yet because it'll still be less than the length of word two, right? So let's go ahead with the code. I think it'll make even a lot more sense, right, than the way I just explained it, right? So like I said, guys, we have some kind of 2 pointers, right? So I'm just pull this to the side real quick. So the first pointer, right, we're gonna call it index 1, right, to loop through the right, first string, right, and then index 2, right, to loop through the second string, and then we're gonna add the length of the first one, right? The length, okay. Then we have the length of the second string, right? Okay. And once we do that, we enter the while loop that I talked about, right? So the condition for this while loop is going to be very simple. So while index 1 is less than the length of 1, right? The string of length 1. The length of the first string, right? Word 1, right? That's what I was trying to say, guys. Right? And index 2 is less than that, right? So the while loop will continue until until this is not met, right? So there's more character to be processed, then we exit. Okay. So one very important thing that we're gonna need, guys, we're gonna need a string builder, right, to kind of build our output string, right? Okay. We're using string builder because it's more efficient, guys, right? That's what we're doing now. Okay. And what's next for us, right? What we're gonna do, so now what's next? We're going to just see if there's a character to add, right, for our thing, right? So if the index 1 is less than the length of 1, then what we're going to do is append that character, right? So if for the first string, right, if the pointer that we're using, right, to loop through the first string, right, so let's say we get the first one, right, so it means that we're less than the length, the total length, right? So there's characters to be added. So we're going to go ahead and add it right there. Okay. That's how we get that. And then we're going to increment the index, right? So go on to the next one. And we do the same thing here, guys. Just literally copy and paste it to save time. Next 2. So same condition, and then we just change the thing to be word 2 instead, and the index 2 to be that as well, right? So make sure to put index 1. Okay. I think after that, I think we could just return, right, the result. Okay. So to just quick recap, right, we introduced 2 pointers, right, to help us in looping through the 2 strings, right? So index 1 to loop through the first string, and index 2 to loop through the second string, right? And then we have while loop too, and we're gonna be staying in while loop until we have characters in either of those 2 strings, right? And then we add characters one at a time. So still characters to be processed, right? That means that index 1 is less than the length, the total length, right? Then we just append to the output result, right? Just how we choose one character here, right? And then we choose one character there, right? And then we restart over again, and we add one character there every time, right? This is how we end up doing it in a alternating order, right? So looks good to me. Let's press run code, see if we pass some small test case. Also, let's press submit, see if we pass all test cases. Awesome, guys. We were able to pass all these test cases, guys, right? If you guys found value, you guys enjoyed this video, let me know that in the comment section. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot of other videos just like this one. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.